Started in just a second. Yeah, we're good on Teams. We gotta also remove the outline. All right, everyone, the time is now 7:32 and this meeting is now called to order. Would anyone like to utilize open forum at this time? Seeing no one, we will go into the approval of the minutes where minutes were sent out electronically both last week and this morning. Are there any corrections that need to be made to the minutes? Seeing none, the minutes are now marked as approved and corrected. We will now move into our reports from our officers, beginning with our president.
Hey y'all, hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all enjoyed fall break and it kind of gave you all the rest and rejuvenation you needed to come back and finish the semester well. Today, we did not have our regular cabinet. Instead, we had Breaking Barriers, which was a collaboration with BSU, and I'll let Fluker touch a little bit more on that. But it was great. We got a lot of really good feedback about different issues on campus, and a big thank you to the senators that were there as well. From an administrative side, the COSAM and Pharmacy Dean searches are still ongoing, and the College of Engineering search will begin soon. And then on a kind of health side, this morning at President's Cabinet, Dr. Cam shared that there have been no additional cases of monkeypox on Auburn's campus or in the student body, so that's great. And COVID levels are at the best that they have been in a very long time, so also very exciting. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Jake. We will now move into our report from our treasurer. We will now move into our report from our Executive Vice President of Cabinet Administration.
Hey y'all, few things for me. The freshman forum mentees will be announced on Thursday at our freshman forum meeting, so committee chairs be on the lookout for y'all's assignments. Really looking forward to having them be a part of Senate this year, and they're really eager to get involved with that. EXP branch, just continue to share those graphics. We're having a great showing within Heyday volunteering, shaker distribution, and all of that, which is really cool. And then lastly, I hope y'all had a great fall break and ready to get started on recruitment for this upcoming election cycle.
Thank you, Rhett. We'll now move into our report from our Executive Vice President of Communications and Marketing.
Hey everyone, only thing for me is obviously we've been doing extensive Heyday marketing, so make sure that y'all are sharing that so that everyone in the student body feels included in the Heyday tradition. Go ahead and share that hype video. More stuff coming out tomorrow, and then obviously on Wednesday, post and tag us and everything, and that way we can repost it to the story. Other than that, nothing from me. Let me know if you need anything.
Thank you, Abby. And I sent out the office hour graphics. Thank you to Abby and her team again for all of those. I sent them in the group me. Next, we have our report from our Executive Vice President of Outreach.
Hey y'all, hope y'all had a good fall break. I don't have a whole lot to share with y'all except Heyday is this Wednesday, so please go out there, get your name tagged, and kind of interact with the student body the best that you can. And also during your office hours, if you'll remind people as you're getting feedback from them to submit Auburn answers, or if you'll do it for them, if you get feedback from them, submit an anonymous Auburn answer submission so that the team can use that to make reports and send that out to exec and other members in SGA. Also, just to kind of touch on breaking barriers for a little bit, it was just an event that we had with BSU to collaborate with them to kind of find a common ground on different issues and different topics on campus. It was a really great thing that we did, and this Wednesday they have a part 2 continuation of that, but I'll let Deani kind of touch on that. That's it for me.
Thank you, Jordan. And lastly, we have our report from our Executive Vice President of Initiatives.
Hey guys, only thing for me is just getting a little feedback from y'all. So we're gonna speak on housing. Do y'all, in y'all's past experience / talking to freshmen, have y'all felt that housing's affordable both on campus and off campus? And if it's off campus, near campus? No. Maybe. And then on the 160, have you heard from students that all the kind of perks and things of it are broken that you're paying for?
Well, I said in 160 and 191, and I'm pretty sure for a prolonged moment of time, a lot of the facilities were blocked off. And by full at 191, it was closed for like a month. Maybe if you want to be in school for what, two and a half?
Yeah,
So it's been
majority of the time.
And the hot tub is blocked off because someone decided to use their fixture as supposed to. But
That's unfortunate.
so we're paying for it.
Yes. Any other housing comments, feedback? Yes.
A lot of people that I talk to say that since the hill was torn down, there's not really like an affordable housing option now that like 191 and 160 are.
Yeah, absolutely.
I heard from a lot of freshmen that there's mold growing in some of the rooms or ceilings.
Do you know if that's a specific to Quad or Village or Cambridge? Village.
And quad.
Awesome. Anything else?
And the average time, when I heard from a freshman the other week, I think housing doesn't stay like open like a full slot 4 days after it opens. That's the most time when it is. So like, if you get housing option after 4 days, that means somebody dropped out. So obviously you don't have enough housing to house our students. So
Very
we're
true.
in a process to kind of make it more open to everybody, including freshmen. So the classes we choose first, that would be something.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anything else? If not, thank y'all. Thank y'all as always.
Thank you, JD. We'll now move into our reports from our colleges, beginning with at-large.
All at large, no report.
Next, from the College of Agriculture, followed by the College of Business.
Davidson Agriculture, no report.
Now we have business, followed by CADC.
Diggins in business. Lucy is working on getting updates on a water line built between the engineering and Louder to put a food truck there to give students more options. And we're waiting to hear back from the VPO of HHH for what they are doing with the empty store and possibly looking into adding microwaves or coffee machines. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have the College of Architecture, Design, and Construction, followed by the College of Science and Mathematics.
Katrina, CADC, nothing to report.
Now we have the College of Science and Mathematics, followed by the College of Education.
Not COSAM, nothing to report.
Now we have the College of Education, followed by the College of Engineering. Now we have the College of Engineering, followed by the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment.
Cochrane Engineering. So Ty is was invited by Dr. Burgess to attend the ABET re-accreditation luncheon. And then last week I met with Dr. Burgess and the head of the aerospace department to discuss the missing 2 teachers within the aerospace program, because a lot of students are frustrated about that.
Thank you. Now we have the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment, followed by the Graduate School.
Martinez, Forestry, no report.
Now we have our Graduate School, followed by the College of Human Sciences.
I heard not much for me, Olamide Graduate School. Last week we have our grab and go lunch, and we have the undergrad and the graduate students in attendance. So it was a huge one for us. And also we're planning a program, Fall Festival. So I'll keep you updated on that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Now we have our report from the College of Liberal Arts.
Baranco Liberal Arts. The only thing for me is we are looking to fill another seat, the one that Casey was originally in, and we're trying to get that to the dean as soon as possible. So if anybody comes to mind in the College of Liberal Arts who you think would serve well, please, please, please let us know. We're trying to get that done as soon as possible and try to express to them that we can integrate them smoothly, because I know it can be intimidating to hear a Senate seat. They don't know what that is. They don't know how to get involved. But just tell them that we can explain to them everything that's going on. It's not a huge commitment. It's not a very long period of time. But we do need to get that filled. So if y'all have any suggestions, please let us know. Thanks.
Thank you. Next, we have our report from the College of Nursing.
Lubin Nursing. So me and the school's counselor are meeting this week, and we're also meeting with a lot of the club heads just in the nursing school to talk about how we can better support each other and different things that we're doing, because there's a lot of different just projects that we want to work on and service things that we want to do that we think would be better if we just kind of all work together a little bit more and just made sure the whole nursing school was aware and out to the rest of Auburn. And we also, this was 2 weeks ago, but we didn't have a college report last week, but we did have a flu shot clinic, which the second semester students ran and did a really good job. And so yeah, that's all from me.
Thank you. And lastly, we have our report from the College of Pharmacy. And that concludes our college reports for tonight. We will now be moving into our reports from our committees, beginning with academic affairs.
Dot at large, there's nothing really to report besides if anyone had any homework that was due during break, or have heard of any students that did have work to do during fall break regarding deadlines within the break, please reach out to me. And that's it.
And now we will hear from our Budget and Finance Committee.
Seward business. Reserve fund request coming from O Board today. When I get up here to present the bill, I have to make an amendment to it for the line item. We needed to add the line item in there, so I'm going to do that. So just be expecting that. And then reserve fund request coming from the College of Business Senators for their meet and greet. And then last thing is carryover requests will pass through our committee this week because last week was fall break. So be expecting that as well. That's all.
Thank you. Now we have our report from our Code of Laws Committee.
Diggins in business. Not much from me this week. I just wanted to bring you guys attention. To remind you guys that we have a current order coming across that is PSSB 22-1010-03. And I also want to move to suspend the rules of order for PSSB 22-1010-04 from a future order to a current order.
There's been a motion to suspend the rules of order to move PSSB 22-1010-04 from a future to a current order. Is there a second? Is there any debate? Seeing none, we'll move into a vote. All in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay.
Aye.
It looks like the ayes have it, and this bill is moved to a current order.
Thanks.
Next, we have our report from our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee.
Lozano business, not much either because of fall break, but this week I'm really excited to start getting closer to a solution on the international housing issue. I'm going to look into maybe starting a community in Auburn, Opelika, where they can kind of volunteer to host international students during that time that they need housing, or they have to get hotels and things like that. So I'm excited to kind of start running with that, and that's all.
Thank you. Next, we have our report from the Student Affairs Committee.
Justin Engineering. I hope everyone had a great fall break. One thing I do have is that if you're gathering feedback on academic classrooms closing at 8 for students, if you would please get like student quotes on that and please send them my way, the more feedback we get direct from students, the more likely that change will happen. So thank you.
Thank you. And finally, we have our report from the executive committee.
Jones at large, not much for me. A few of you might have received an email about office hours. We're just trying to kind of encourage y'all to get those done and submit those. I know that all of y'all are doing a lot of work because I talked to all of y'all about it. So just submitting those would be huge for us just to be able to see that. Then also too, we're going to do live signups again for dining hours for this week. But we'll be back to normal office hours moving forward.
All 4 of y'all? Can y'all do 2 and 2?
Anybody else? Francis? Monday? What time? Wednesday at 11? What else could you do? Do we have 3 left?
Mm-mm.
We only have 2 left. It's full.
There's only 8 spots. Thank you, John David. Seeing that we are done with our committee reports, we will now move into our reports from our liaisons, beginning with the Honors Congress.
Wood Honors Congress, not too much to report. We are currently holding our 4th meeting right now, and things are going pretty well. We're sort of getting into a steady routine for the semester, and we're still talking to Dr. Tiffany Sipiel, who's the director of the Honors College, about a new honors class in the spring, possibly.
Thank you. And now our report from the Black Student Union.
Bailey, BSU. So as for events that are coming up, the NAACP will be on the concourse tomorrow from 10 to 2 for their voter registration drive. If you guys could stop by, say hi, whatever, or register to vote if you need to. Our next GA is Monday at 5 p.m., and we're partnering with Tuskegee, which is a HBCU that's like right up the road. And the theme is like a speed dating style event to get to know more Auburn students and to get to know Tuskegee students. And for our fall forum this Wednesday, October 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Student Center Ballroom. It's going to be similar to what we did today, like breaking barriers, but it'll be really focused on topics like mental health, race, gender, and sexuality. So I told the BSU cabinet members that Chegg was unlocked thanks to SGA, and everyone was really excited. So thank you guys for your hard work on that. I'm going to try to find ways to get better feedback from BSU members to present to you guys. And then also thank you so much for everyone that came out today for our GA Breaking Barriers. We would love to hear any feedback that y'all may have about the event or anything that we discussed. Next Senate meeting, I plan to gather the feedback from our Fall Forum event that's Wednesday and the Breaking Barriers event that we had today and give you guys like all the feedback that we talked about to so you guys can hear some opinions and stuff like that. I think that's all I have.
Thank you, Gianni. Now we have our report from the Auburn Student Veterans Association. And that concludes our reports from our liaison. Next in order, we have our current orders of business. Beginning with PSSB 22-10-10-01. By Senator Seward.
Seward Business, as for approval of the following, the amount of $248 to be allocated to the meeting expenses subline item of the Senate line item of the Student Government Association budget from the reserve fund for a new event where students will have the opportunity to meet and give feedback to the College of Business senators. This money will be used to purchase Krispy Kreme donuts that will be given out at the event. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second? It has been moved and seconded to adopt the bill as just read. Is there any debate? Seeing there's no further debate, we will move into a vote. All in favor, please say aye and vote yes. All opposed, please say nay and vote no on the Teams page. It looks like the ayes have it and this bill is passed. Next, we have PSSB 22-10-10-02.
I ask for the approval of Seward Business. I ask for the approval of the following. The amount of $6,000 to be allocated to the Student Organizations Board from the Reserve Fund for their all-in, all-pink event with University Outreach, the Women's Leadership Institute, and other student organizations across campus. This money will be used to purchase pizzas, breast cancer awareness cookies, the photo booth and balloon background, merchandise, and the tents, tables, and chair rental for the health fair portion of the event. Like I said earlier, we need to add the line item in there, so I move to make an amendment.
You did not move to pass the bill.
I've moved to pass the bill first.
So say, I move to pass this bill as written.
I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second? Now you may move for an amendment.
I move to make an amendment on this bill where where it says I want to add after to be allocated to the O fund line item and then scratch out to and put of in front of the Student Organizations Board. Does that make sense? So, yeah. So after to be allocated to, after to the, put O fund line item dash fund line item, and then add of the
Yes.
to the of the, and then add budget after board. So actually, we don't need to strike anything. To be allocated to the O fund line item of the Student Organization Board budget from the Reserve Fund. And then I move to pass this amendment.
A motion has been made to amend this legislation. Is there a second? It has now been moved and seconded. Is there any debate?
Before we pass it, can you make sure the font is all like this is standard? Right now you have, I'm guessing, Times New Roman is an Arial versus a capital A, whatever that is.
Yes, it'll be changed.
Something like that.
Can we just get that all
Yeah.
on one course?
Yes, it will be changed. Is there any further debate? Seeing none, we will now move to vote on this amendment. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed, please say nay.
Aye.
Looks like the ayes have it, and this amendment is adopted. Is there any further debate on this bill?
We don't need to amend for the font, right?
We can do it in the bill process. Don't worry about it. Seeing there's no further debate, we will move into a vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye and voting yes on the Teams page. All opposed, please say nay and vote no. It looks like the ayes have it and this bill is adopted. Next, we have PSSB 22-10-10-03 from Senator Wavra.
Auburn Engineering. Section 306.1. Upon receipt of a bill of law, the president of Auburn University shall have 10 business days to approve or veto. Section 306.2, the president of Auburn University shall submit with all veto bills their reasons in writing for such action. The student senate shall have at a minimum 3 business days to review a veto before the legislation may be reconsidered on the Senate floor. And Section 306.3, bills not acted upon by the president of Auburn University within 10 days shall be treated as approved. The Code of Laws Committee, along with Brad Smith, do not find it necessary for Chapter 306 to be written into the code any longer. Our recent presidents have not shown any interest in taking direct action on business of the Student Senate unless it directly concerns him or her. We expect future presidents to follow suit. Furthermore, we find it inappropriate for the Code of Laws to require the president to take any sort of action. He or she live very busy lives and should not have a direct hand in what the Student Senate does anyways. The bills may be brought before the president for advice or critique, but this will only happen when the bill concerns the president or the projects he or she is working on. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second? It has been moved and seconded to adopt this bill as read. Is there any debate?
Yes, I would like the first point of discussion. I'm going to ask for this bill to be amended, and I'm going to ask for it to be amended 3 times. Once to
Do it
change.
one at a time.
Okay. Well, can I not explain all 3 before I formally do it?
You can.
Okay. Once to change 306 to 307 as it's reflected in the actual Code of Laws. Second, to strike that entire bottom paragraph from the bill because it was just meant as an explanation and I would not like it in the final bill. And then third, this word says in 306.2 is meant to be days, and I would like that amended. So I move to amend this bill, and I move to change 306.1, 306.2, and 306.3 to read as 307.1, 307.2, and 307.3.
A motion has been made to amend this legislation. Is there a second? It has been moved and seconded. Is there any debate? You gotta fix it.
Sorry, Ben.
You just
Oh, I need it to say 7.
just change it to 7.
Thank you. And then the next one, I'm just literally going to read the entire paragraph from the bill. Okay. Yes, in a second. I move to strike The Code of Laws Committee, along with Brad Smith, do not find it. Huh?
We haven't voted.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Is there any further debate on this amendment? Seeing none, we will move into a vote. All in favor, please say aye. All opposed? This bill is now amended. Is there any further debate?
I move to amend this bill again. I would like to strike the Code of Laws Committee, along with Brad Smith, do not find it necessary for Chapter 306 to be written into the code any longer. Our recent presidents have not shown an interest in taking direct action on business of the Student Senate unless it directly concerns him or her. We expect future presidents to follow suit. Furthermore, we find it inappropriate for the Code of Laws to require the president to take away any sort of action. He or she live very busy lives and should not have a direct hand in what the Student Senate does anyways. The bills may be brought before the president for advice or critique, but this will only happen when the bill concerns the president or the projects he or she is working on. I move to strike this paragraph from my bill.
A motion has been made to amend this legislation. Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. Is there any debate? Seeing none, we will move into a vote. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it, and this amendment is adopted. Is there any further debate?
I move to amend this bill one more time. I move to amend in section 307.2 the word says to read days.
A motion has been made to amend this legislation. Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. Is there any debate? We'll now move into a vote on this amendment. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, and this amendment is adopted. Is there any further debate? On this bill? Seeing none, we will move into a vote for this legislation. All in favor, please signify by saying aye and voting yes. All opposed, please say nay and vote no. The ayes have it, and this bill is adopted.
Thank you.
And lastly, we have PSSB 22-10-10-04 by Senator Herring.
It got added kind of late, so it might not be up there, but everybody has it.
Herring, COSAM. So, by Code of Laws, Section 1003, apportionment has to go through every year for the upcoming term. So we've got to do it for 2023 and 2024, 2 weeks before declarations of intent are due. So that's why we moved it up to a current order tonight. So I am just going to go through and kind of explain the formula of how apportionment works instead of reading through the entire chart, if that's good with y'all. So there are 34 senators total, and by the Constitution, 5 of those are at large, and by the Code of Laws, 1 is graduate school. That leaves 28 for each of the colleges. So I wish it was up there. But basically, you take the total enrollment, which is 31,066, divide that by the 28 potential senators for each college, and then that goes out to about 1,110 students for every 1 seat. So then taking that number, you divide that by the total for each college. So for example, College of Agriculture is 1,410. Divide that by 1,110. Oh, perfect. Then you get that raw number, which is 1.27. So after the raw numbers are calculated, that's when you move into rounding because you can't have a decimal of a senator. So the way rounding works is you have to reach, obviously, a total of 28 senators. So first, whoever is closest to rounding up rounds up first. So this year, engineering was the closest at 5.6, so they rounded up first to 6. At that point, we were at 27 senators. So there was 1 more to go. Next up was COSAM at 2.59, so they rounded up to 3, which was then the total of 28 senators. That's why CADC did not round up this year. So with that being said, I ask for approval of the following. College of Agriculture, 1 senator. College of Architecture, Design and Construction, 1 senator. College of Business, 6 senators. College of Education, 2 senators. College of Engineering, 6 senators. College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environmental Sciences, 1 senator. College of Human Sciences, 1 senator. College of Liberal Arts, 4 senators. College of Nursing, 1 senator. College of Pharmacy, 1 senator. College of Sciences and Mathematics, 3 senators. College of Veterinary Medicine, 1 senator, for a subtotal of 28 senators for each of the colleges. Then, for at-large, 5 senators. Graduate School, 1 senator, for a grand total of 34 senators total for the 2023-2024 term.
Move to pass this bill as written.
I move to pass this bill as written.
It has been moved to pass this bill as written. Is there a second? Is there any debate? Seeing there's no debate, we will move into a vote. All in favor, please signify by saying aye and voting yes. All opposed, please say nay and vote no. Looks like the ayes have it and this bill is adopted. That will conclude our current orders for tonight. And seeing that we have no future orders, we will now be moving to announcements. Once again, wanted to remind all of y'all that the Senate and Schools Council open house will be November 7th. Been working hard with the marketing team and with Reg recruitment team to get this event all together. Kara Herring has done a great job of helping me get this prepared. But this will be right before Senate to allow prospective candidates to understand more about both Senate and Schools Council and have the capability to come and watch Senate afterwards. Marketing and graphics are to come to promote this event, but I just want to go ahead and put this on y'all's radar. Next, we will be going back. We have office hours this week. Hope you all had a very restful fall break and you were able to really recharge and get back into midterms and get into the swing of things. And then lastly, this is very exciting. So next week, Senate is canceled, and that is because the Edge and Auburn University Dining are having us for dinner. And so during our normal Senate time next week, we will be going to the Edge, and Campus Dining is going to be having us all for dinner, and we'll be able to gather some great feedback and all of that. So very exciting. So still same time, but just a little bit different of a place. Overall, that's pretty much it for me. Does anyone else have anything else they want to say? I'd say business casual, but look presentable. Yes. We will be able to send reports in the Teams chat if you need to send a report, if you have anything urgent, but we'll all be around and you can talk to one another as well. Anything else? All right, that is all from me at this time, but keep up the great work. Remember to be smart. I haven't dismissed you yet. I haven't dismissed y'all yet. That is all from me at this time, but keep up the great work. Remember to be safe, be smart, and be kind to everyone.